There we go. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing great. Sorry for confusion. I forgot to schedule this earlier today. Got on like, so apologize for the delay, but thank you guys for being here. I see Beth. I see Luke. Thanks for checking in. So let me know what you're thankful for today. Leave that in the comments. I'm just thankful for friendships. Been able to be in contact with a few good friends a couple of days and just checking on them and hearing how they're doing, and grateful for how God puts people in our lives that can impact us, and thankful for just the avenues of communication that we have that we can stay in touch with people. So anyway, so let me know what you're thankful for today. Leave that in the comments. I always want to hear that from you guys. I see that Luke is thankful for Legos. I agree. Those are fun. He's been having a lot of fun building some really cool stuff the last few days, so that's been cool to see. All right, quarter team games. So last time we asked about Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and the question was, how old was Spider-Man? How old was Peter Parker when he was bitten by the spider? The correct answer was 15. I was surprised I only got one correct answer. I thought I was going to have several on that one, but congrats to Emmy. Emmy got that one right, so gets a quarter added to her total. For today, we're going to stick with Marvel. We're going to stick with Spider-Man. And so the question for you today is, what year did Spider-Man make his debut? What year did Spider-Man's first comic book come out? So let me know in the comments what you think. What year do you think Spider-Man came out for the very first time? So let me know what you think on that. All right, so our devotion for today as we continue through with the 7 I am statements of Jesus is on John 14:6, one that I'm guessing a lot of you know, probably memorized at some point. I am the way and the truth and the life. So let's talk about this one. So I'm going to read just a couple of verses before that to kind of help us get the context. So we think this is at the Last Supper. Jesus is talking with his disciples. He's sort of letting them know that he's getting ready to leave. And he tells them sort of that you know where I'm going. And they're a little bit confused by that. So let's read it and sort of see what it says. And you know the way to where I'm going. So this is verses 4-6. I think I said that, but just in case. You know the way to where I'm going. Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So first what we see is Jesus is, with this one, directly answering a question. He's told them he's leaving. Thomas is like, we don't know where you're going. How in the world are we supposed to know the way? And Jesus responds with, I am the way, and then continues with the truth and the life. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of, so like yesterday we had a quick errand to run, and so I didn't know where we were going. Julie did. She had the address, and so she had to let me know what the address was so I could tell Google, look it up, right? And give me directions. Now, I could tell Google, hey, take me to the place that Julie wants to go. That doesn't do any good unless it knows where it's going, and then it can tell me the way to get there. And so in a similar way, Jesus says, you know where I'm going, you know the way, and Thomas says, we don't know where you're going. How in the world are we supposed to know the way? So Jesus answers him, I am the way and the truth and the life. So there's a couple of things here that I think we can learn. So again, he's answering the question. So we get this, I am the way, right? Which to me kind of reminds me of, one of our previous 7 I am statements, which was I am the gate, right? We talked about how the gate is sort of the only way in and out, right? And Jesus is that. He provides that. And he provides protection and life and those sorts of things for us through that. But he's the only way to God, the only way to salvation. But he sort of goes beyond that here, doesn't he? He says, I am the way and the truth and the life. So what I want us to get here is that Jesus doesn't just provide those things. He is those things. He doesn't just provide the way. He doesn't just tell us the way. He literally is the way. If we're going to get to God, we can only go through Jesus because of what he did for us on the cross. A lot of you guys have probably seen pictures of sort of an illustrated analogy of that, where you've sort of got two cliffs and you're on one and God's on the other, and Jesus in the cross sort of provides that bridge, right? It's not just that he tells us, hey, that's the way, but he literally is the way. He's how we get to God. He is how we get salvation. Truth. He doesn't just tell us the truth. He doesn't just bring us God's message. He himself is the truth. I mean, there's a couple of things with that. He defines what truth is, but he also is truth embodied. He is the message of the gospel and that truth in a person, in the flesh. He is truth in the flesh. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of, okay, so let's imagine you're a parent and you have a grown child who's away in the military, okay? You could get a letter that tells you that they are coming home. You would rejoice in that, and that letter would tell you the truth about what's happening, right? Or, and you've probably seen videos like this, right, where these service members come home and sort of surprise their family members with their arrival. They're not just bringing the truth. They are the truth. They are the message. Hey, I'm home, right? And so that's a little bit like this, where Jesus isn't just saying, I'm telling you the truth, although that's also true, but he himself is the truth. He is the message of the gospel, the truth of how we can know Jesus and all of those things. He is the way and the truth and the life, right? Which, again, for me, reminds me of the one we just talked about. I am the resurrection and the life. Not just that he gives us life, but that's true. But he himself is life. Life is in him. Life only exists because he exists. And we can only have life because he has it in himself and he gives that to us. He is the source of that. He embodies that. Well, again, life only exists because he exists, and we get that from him. So these are not just things he gives us, although they are, but Jesus himself is these things. And we can only have them, he can only deliver them because they are a part of who he is, and he passes those on to us. So I hope that that's an encouragement to you to remember of who Jesus is and what he's done for us. So next time we will do the last of these 7. I think I'm going to do a bonus one. We'll talk about that later. But the next one is John 15, 1-5. I am the true vine. So encourage you, go ahead and read those couple of verses ahead of time. Don't forget, tonight is our Zoom meeting for those in our youth group at 6:30. If you haven't yet, be sure to read our passage, James 4:13 through 5:6, and check that out. So let's check some comments. What are we thankful for? I don't see any thankfuls yet. Let me check from Alec and Eric. They usually text me with theirs, which is awesome. I love that. Alec is thankful for warmth, and Eric is thankful for mini hockey. I love it. Thankful for both of those things as well, guys. Thanks for checking in and sharing that with us. I see several guesses for Spider-Man, so thank you to everybody for checking in on those. We'll tally those and look for the answer when we get back together on Friday. I see Beth is thankful for book. I'm going to guess that's books. Maybe it's just a specific one. But no, I agree, man. Use this time wisely. Be reading, be doing that. That's awesome. So, all right. I love you guys. We will, for those in youth groups, see you tonight. Don't forget, we're going to split up, guys and girls, tonight. So looking forward to getting to do that with you guys. And then we'll see you again Friday at 3. All right. See ya.